If you're a mental projector or if you'd like to learn more about this specific authority type, then this video is for you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're here for the first time. My name is Veronica, I'm a coach and human design guide. And on this channel, I talk about human design in a way that is simple to understand and easy to implement so that you can find alignment in who you are, what you do, and how you do it. So if that sounds good and you'd like to learn more, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And if you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up because it really does make a huge difference to my small channel. Today, we're talking about having mental authority. Before we dive into what it actually means to have this type of authority, let's first understand what authority actually means. So in human design, authority is the way that you're designed to make aligned decisions. Decisions that are a true reflection of who you are and what you want, instead of making choices as a result of pressure from the outside, external expectations, shoulds, and musts. We all have different types of wisdom that we can tap into in order to remain aligned in the choices that we make. And your human design chart can actually show you the type of wisdom that you specifically can lean into in order to make decisions. So what is it about your chart that makes you a mental projector? First of all, the only energy type that can have mental authority is a projector. The reason for this is because in order to have mental authority, you cannot have your solar plexus, your sacral, your spleen, your heart, or your G center defined. Therefore, a mental projector will have a combination of either their crown and ajna defined, their crown, ajna, and throat defined, or their ajna and throat defined. If you're a mental projector watching this, I would love to know which of these combinations you have, so leave it in the comment section below. Okay, so when it comes to making decisions, how do you use mental authority? Mental authority is sometimes referred to as environmental authority. And the reason for this is that when you have mental authority, you have a lot of open space in your chart. So from your throat center down, you will have all undefined energy centers. This makes you very energetically sensitive. You will be absorbing and observing all of the energies around you, whether they're coming from people, your environments, the planet. So what will happen is that you'll constantly be going through a process of absorbing energy and trying to make sense of it, trying to process all of this information that is moving through you. So the way that mental authority works, unlike some of the other authority types, and by the way, I've made videos on most of the other authority types already. So if you're interested in learning more about the other types, then I will leave the playlist linked somewhere here on the screen. But with mental authority, unlike some of the other authorities that can be really quick and in the moment, for example, sacral authority or splenic authority, for you, it's a slower process. You need to be able to absorb and observe, like I said earlier, the information around you and filter it through your own system. This can be quite a systematic and organized process that you go through. So for you, it might look like making lists or doing research or looking at something from all possible angles and then revisiting those options again to really make sure you haven't missed anything. It's a thorough, often very analytical process that you need to move through in order to find your clarity. So making quick decisions for you is not going to feel very aligned, especially if making a quick decision means that you have to skip those steps that actually help you feel like you're gaining all of the information that you know you need in order to feel confident and secure in your decisions. So when we look at this from a practical perspective, what I'm really saying is that number one, take your time to make decisions. A tip that I can share with you is that you want to find a really healthy balance between consulting and exposing yourself to your environment, where you can gain the information that you need in order to make your decision, whilst also allowing yourself the time and space for introspection. So some things that can work really well for you is to have a really curated group of friends or trusted people that you can discuss things with, that you can consult with, not to take on their opinion or to get validation or approval, but to simply run through the different options that you may or may not want to pursue. So having someone that you can brainstorm with, that you can really discuss all the different possibilities with, who's going to hold space for you and create a really safe environment for you to go through this process of exploration is going to be really beneficial for you. Aside from having that external support system, some of the things you can do by yourself is to really identify habits that help you process information in a way that feels good to you. So what that might look like for you is to have a really big brainstorming session, or to have loads of sticky notes that you use to represent all the different thoughts, options, and ideas that you need to move through. You may want to do research. You may want to write a pros and cons list. You may want to find specific frameworks that help you evaluate your options. Something like a SWOT analysis that is going to help you look at things from different perspectives and from different points of view. Ultimately, you will find your clarity and the confidence in your decisions when you feel like you've had the time to consider all options. What you do want to be mindful of is to not get stuck in analysis paralysis. And you will know if this is happening because you will feel like you're going round in circles. And chances are that if you're experiencing this is because you're being distracted by shoulds and musts rather than tapping into the information that you have and checking in with your inner wisdom, having gone through that process of looking at your options and processing that information to come to your final decision. So watch out for that conditioning because it can really trip you up. And if you're struggling with it, make sure that you're using one of the things I've mentioned, i.e. go find someone who can act as your sounding board so that you have a safe space where you can move through all of the information in order to get to the core of your decision. In fact, many of my clients are mental projectors because they inherently benefit from having a safe space where they feel seen, where they have things reflected back to them from an impartial source. So do consider working with a coach or working with a mentor, working with a therapist, working with someone who's going to be skilled at holding space for you so that you've got the right environment to help you build up your confidence in making decisions, tapping into your inner wisdom rather than being distracted from external conditioning. Okay guys, I hope you found this helpful. If you would like to learn more about your human design, then consider grabbing your copy of the Human Design Codex. This is a beautiful, fully personalized document that you can download in a matter of minutes. There's going to break down every single aspect of your design, as well as giving you practical tips on how to start to embody your design and use it in your day-to-day life. If you're looking for further support, I will leave the links to free resources and all the ways that you can work with me down in the description box below. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you here next week. Bye guys.